Hello, first graders. Welcome back to Social Studies with Mrs. Miller. Today in Lesson 9, we will be talking about symbols. Do you know what symbols are? Touch your head if you have an idea of what symbols are. What are symbols? Well, that's one kind of symbol, but that's not the type of symbols that we mean. In social studies, when we talk about symbols, we mean something that stands for something else. Like, for instance, the American flag. We salute the American flag every day, and the American flag is a symbol of the United States. Let's go through some common symbols that you probably see all around. Have you ever seen this symbol before? Do you know what it stands for? If you know what this symbol stands for, I want you to call it out in 3, 2, 1. Let's see if you got it right. Yes, this symbol stands for recycle or recycling. How about this one? Do you know what this symbol stands for? If you know, call it out. 3, 2, 1. That's right. This is the symbol for handicapped. You might see this in a parking lot, in a handicapped parking spot, or you might see it perhaps on a bathroom door to let you know that this is a handicap accessible bathroom. How about this symbol? What do you think this symbol stands for? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this symbol might stand for a restaurant or someplace to eat. How about this symbol? You've probably seen this before. Call it out in 3, 2, 1. That's right. That stands for a bathroom or a restroom. This type of bathroom is for women and men. It's unisex. Sometimes we see bathrooms that are only for women, and sometimes we see bathrooms that are only for men. What about the green light on this traffic light? What is that a symbol for? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. That's right. This is the symbol that tells us to go when we are driving. If you see a green light, then you know it is safe to drive through that light. But what about if we saw a red light? What is that a symbol for? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. That's right. Stop. If we see a red light, we know that we need to stop. Do you know what a yellow light stands for? If you know, call it out in 3, 2, 1. Yes, a yellow light means that you need to slow down. Have you seen this symbol before? What does this symbol stand for? Call it out. 3, 2, 1. That's right. This is the symbol for a dollar or money. Okay, now we are going to be learning about some American symbols. We'll learn about lots and lots of symbols, but we're going to do something very, very grown up. We are going to take notes on what we learn. So we're going to take some notes on the American flag, and we're going to take some notes on the American bald eagle. The bald eagle is another symbol for America. So on this fun facts chart, we are going to take some notes on each of these symbols as we learn about them. We'll learn about lots of other symbols too, but we'll just take notes on these two. If you are learning from home, you'll find this sheet in your Google Classroom. And if you're learning in school, your teacher will give it to you. You're going to need this sheet for the remainder of our lesson. So if you don't already have it in front of you, please pause this video, go and get this sheet as well as something to write with, and come right back and unpause when you're ready so we can do some learning about American symbols. All right, now I have a brain pop for us to watch. So as we're watching, I'm going to pause at certain points so that we can take some notes on the American flag and the bald eagle. But as I mentioned, we'll be learning about lots of different symbols too. So make sure that you're listening the whole time so that you learn about all of the different symbols. Enjoy!
It's a present for Jen, my pen pal in China. He's never been to America, so I'm sending him stuff that tells about our country. Good idea, Moby. We should give Jen a flag. It's an important symbol of the United States. What is a symbol anyway? A symbol is something that stands for something else. Well, a heart is a symbol of love, and a dove is a symbol of peace, and a four-leaf clover stands for good luck. Oh, right. A horseshoe also stands for good luck. Different symbols can stand for the same thing. What are some objects that stand for the United States? The American flag is a symbol of the whole country. It has 50 stars, which stand for the 50 states. And there are 13 stripes, which stand for the 13 colonies that became the first states.
All right, so what have we learned so far about this symbol, the United States flag? Well, one thing that we've learned is that the American flag stands for the United States. So we should write that on our fun facts page. Go ahead and do that right now. I wrote, it stands for the USA. Go ahead and write that down. We just learned that from our video, from our BrainPOP Jr. You can pause the video here. Make sure that you have that fun fact written down and then come back so that we could talk about what else we can write, what else we've learned. All right, welcome back. So what's something else that we learned? What do each of these stars stand for? Well, first, actually, let me ask you, how many stars are there? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. 50. That's right, there are 50 stars. And what does each star stand for? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. The 50 states. That's right. So we want to take notes on that as well. Let's see, I wrote 50 stars stand for the 50 states. Can you write something like that too? Pause the video here, and once you're finished writing, you can unpause it so that we can take some more notes. Okay, welcome back. So let's see, what else did we learn about the flag? Did we learn how many stripes there are? We did. Call out how many stripes there are. In 3, 2, 1. 13. That's right, there are 13 stripes. And what do those 13 stripes stand for? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. The 13 colonies. Now you might be wondering, well, what are colonies? Before the United States was known as the United States, there were colonies instead of states. So that's what those 13 stripes stand for, the 13 original colonies. Let's make sure that we write our notes on that. Okay, as you can see here, I wrote 13 stripes stand for 13 colonies. So pause the video here, make sure that you write that down, and then we'll keep watching. All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm glad you finished taking your notes on the American flag. We'll take even more notes on the American flag in a little while. But let's keep listening to learn about what other symbols there are that stand for the United States.
Each state has its own flag, too. I love looking at state flags because they're all so different. Each state also has trees, animals, and even fossils that stand for the whole state. Oh, right. I almost forgot. The bald eagle is the national bird of the United States, and it represents strength and freedom. The Liberty Bell also represents freedom.
All right, so we just learned two fun facts about the bald eagle. Turn and tell somebody next to you, what are two facts that you just learned about the bald eagle? If you're at home, talk to somebody in your house or even your pet or your stuffed animal. If you're in school, talk to somebody sitting next to you. Ready, set, go. Two facts that we learned about the bald eagle. Eyes on me in 3, 2, 1. So you might be thinking, oh, well, I learned the bald eagle is the national bird for the United States. And I also learned that it represents strength and freedom, or you could say it stands for strength and freedom. So go ahead and jot down those notes on your paper right now and then unpause to learn more. Pause the video here and then you'll come back and unpause to learn more. All right, so I went down to the part of my fun facts chart that has the bald eagle. And for my number 1 fact, I wrote it is the national bird of the USA. And my number 2 fact says it stands for strength and freedom. Did you write something like that too? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, so now we're going to continue listening to this BrainPOP Jr. video to learn about some other symbols of the United States. Happy listening.
And freedom. The Liberty Bell also represents freedom. The Liberty Bell used to hang in Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The bell rang to announce the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The Liberty Bell stands for freedom and independence. Yeah, that is a big crack. That's the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France in 1886 as a sign of friendship. It's on Liberty Island in the New York Harbor. Many immigrants, or people who came from different countries, used to reach America by boat. The Statue of Liberty welcomed them to their new home. The Statue of Liberty stands for freedom, hope, and friendship between countries. A symbol doesn't have to be an object. It can also be a building. What are some buildings that stand for the United States? This is the Washington Monument. A monument is something that is built to honor an important event or person. The Washington Monument was built to honor George Washington. He helped the United States become a country and was the first president. He's known as the father of our country. Well, that's the Lincoln Memorial. It honors Abraham Lincoln. a president who kept the country together during the Civil War and helped to end slavery. No, that's not a memorial. That's the White House. The White House is where the president lives and works. The Capitol building is where Congress meets. And the United States Supreme Courthouse is where judges make decisions about laws. These 3 buildings are symbols of the United States government. Oh, right. Thanks for reminding me, Moby. What other ways do we honor the United States? The Star-Spangled Banner is our national anthem. That means it's a song that stands for the whole country. Some classes face the flag to say the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance is a promise to respect the United States. What else is a symbol of the United States? Good idea. There's that saying, American as apple pie. Moby, what else did you put in there?
All right, first graders. So we sure heard about a lot of different American symbols. Can you see how many you can name across your fingers? How many different symbols did we learn about? I'm going to give you 15 seconds to name as many American symbols as you can think of. Ready, set, go. All right, how did you do? How many did you come up with? Show me on your fingers how many you came up with. I was able to come up with 7 in 15 seconds. So let's see. I'll share mine with you. Of course, we have the American flag and the bald eagle, right? We even wrote about those, so we want to make sure that we remember those. The Liberty Bell, that was that bell with a crack in it. I wonder why it has that crack. It's something that maybe I'll want to go on to read about on my own. The Statue of Liberty. What else? There were some buildings, some monuments that also are symbols of America. The Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial. Then there's also the White House, the Capitol Building, the Supreme Court. Oh my goodness. And then, do you remember how Annie said that the Star-Spangled Banner, which is a song, is also a symbol of America? And even apple pie. Oh my goodness. So I came up with 10. Wow. We learned about so many different symbols. Okay, you all know the name of this symbol. What's the name of this symbol? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. The American flag. That's right. We're going to read this book called The United States Flag. And as we read it, we'll take more notes on some fun facts that we learn throughout this book. All right, so let's get reading. This book is called The United States Flag. It's written by Kristen Chang. Here's the table of contents. First chapter is what is the United States flag, flag history, fly the flag, and then there's a glossary to learn more and an index. What is the United States flag? The United States flag is a symbol for freedom and unity. The flag is red, white, and blue. It has 13 stripes and 50 stars. Are you thinking of some new things to add to our notes? Maybe we could add that it's red, white, and blue. We didn't write that last time. The stripes are for the first 13 colonies. The stars are for the 50 states. So we already learned that in our BrainPOP video, right? We already wrote about that. Flag history. The first flag was made in 1776. It had 13 stars and stripes. The flag meant the U.S. was free from British rule. The country grew. With each new state, a star was added to the flag. And here are some other names for the U.S. flag. The Stars and Stripes, the Star-Spangled Banner, Old Glory, and the Red, White, and Blue. Fly the flag. The flag flies at schools, libraries, and government buildings. June 14th is Flag Day. Americans fly the flag proudly. Americans respect the U.S. flag, then fly it high. Okay, would you please now write down 2 more notes in our fun facts sheet. Write down 2 more notes about the American flag. It can be anything else that you learned about the American flag from this book. And you can pause the video here, but if you need to remember parts of the book, you can always rewind the video to listen again. Okay, so pause here, write down your notes, and I'll see you back in a couple of minutes to learn more. Welcome back, first graders. So here are 2 more fun facts that I wrote down. The flag is red, white, and blue, and the first flag was made in 1776. Now, you could have talked about some other fun facts that you learned, like maybe you wrote that Flag Day is held on June 14th. Or maybe you wrote that the United States flag is flown on different buildings like libraries and government buildings. Now we're going to go on to learn about this symbol. This symbol is the bald eagle. This is another symbol of the United States. I have a video for you to watch that tells us all about the symbol of the bald eagle. I want you to listen to this video and take notes while you're listening to it, after you're listening to it. Finish up this notes page. Add 3 more fun facts that you learn about the bald eagle. You can pause the video here. Click on the blue button up in the top right corner, top right-hand corner, and take your notes. And then once you're finished, you can come back here so I can share with you the notes that I wrote. Happy listening. Welcome back. Were you able to add 3 more facts about the bald eagle to your note sheet, your fun facts chart? Here's what I wrote. I wrote that the bald eagle stands for liberty and freedom, that it's the only bird that only lives in North America, and the largest eagle nest was found in Florida. If you were able to come up with 3 more facts, like I did, give yourself a pat on the back. Excellent job. We learned a lot about symbols today. Great job, everyone. I will see you next time. Keep up the great work and keep learning. Bye-bye.